Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we'll be reviewing the GMC Hummer EV Pickup 2X. I'm going to explain why this is the Hummer EV to get. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the GMC here in Provo for giving me some time with this Hummer. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. If you have any questions, just ask for Alec. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Now first off, quickly going over the EV specs, the important stuff is horsepower and range, right? So 570 horsepower and then 313 miles of range, and yes, it has a huge battery. Now taking a look at the key, if it'll focus, we got a lock and unlock, remote start, tailgate drop down, got the opening for the front trunk, which we'll take a quick look at that. It does take quite some time to open up, but yeah, it's nice for storage, right? And it's got pretty solid flooring. Now if you want to close it, all you have to do is just press it again and then make sure you hold down, and that'll bring it all the way down. And then I love the whole sequential light design. I think that's pretty cool looking. But the funny thing about this is that's just for style. The actual headlights in the bumper down below, you got really aggressive recovery points with this, and also an aggressive approach angle. Tire and wheel setup is 305 by 55 by 22. This is kind of like the more street-oriented setup. It does still have the adjustable air suspension. Got those nice painted fender flares. You can see HEV there. 2X badge on the side. We also have the fixed side steps down below. And there's your side profile. Now taking a look at the bed area, you can see we've got protection here from the factory. We also have an outlet. And this has the cool, I can't remember what it's called with the Hummers, but it's the multi-flex, multi-pro that you have with Chevy and GMC. Same basic setup. It does mean it's manual for the raise. Got your Hummer EV badge there. Again, cool looking taillights. And it's a huge pickup truck. They've got keyless entry even for the back, and pretty cool trim with the interior, very rugged looking. And look at the speaker here for the sound system. And then that theme continues onto the seats here, and they have the seat storage just like the regular trucks. And then you notice we've got our own climate zone in the rear, heated seats, some USB ports as well, and then under seat storage too, and plenty of room. I mean, this is like about the same size as a full-size pickup truck. And then finally this leads us up front, where again got that nice trim, memory seats. We've got all of our window controls, mirrors, they power fold in, got blind spot underneath the mirrors. If you're wondering, $1,570 for the payload. The actual weight, so gross vehicle weight rating is 10,005. So this weighs 8,500 pounds in this version. And then here's the front seat there. And then you can see power adjustment for the steering wheel. And then you've got several different functions here. So for like the front to open it, to roll down all the windows, your lane departure, turn on the bed light as well. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, first off comes a Super Cruise, just like a lot of the other loaded up GM product. There's rated controls on the back of the steering wheel. I think this is pretty cool, a box this is in the center. Practical controls like voice command controls and everything here in the center as well, or on the side rather. And then that's for the Super Cruise system. You got a regen paddle there on the back, and then just traditional stocks here on the back too. Now we've got this full digital gauge cluster here in the center, and just like a lot of other modern vehicles, you can change what this displays information-wise. You can see how customizable it is. And this is one of the nice things about digital here with modern vehicles. Oh, and also forgot to mention, it shows you the range of the vehicle, which is very important being fully electric. 360 camera system, great resolution with the Hummer EV. Got the bed view as well. Does this have the underbody cams? Let's see. I don't think this one does. Huh. Yeah, I mean, it's still a nice system overall. Now, as for the rest of the infotainment system, it's basically a modified version of GM's. So you still have like the shortcut bar, still have this main tab, just has like the Hummer kind of style. And then the drive modes do pop up here in the center. They're kind of cool. It shows the Hummer driving through. And this will change significant things depending on the drive mode that you're doing. Like, for example, the terrain mode is for like rock crawling, for example. So it'll raise the suspension, and we'll talk about the lockers in a moment. Now this next section down here, I think is just overly complicated in certain ways. So for the seats, for example, press that. And that's how I would turn on or off the heated and cooled seats. So, I mean, you get used to it over time, but yeah. You can see heated steering wheel, you've got your stability control, hazard lights, parking sensors, the parking assist. Now, quickly talk about the lockers. With the 2X, you can get lockers with it. And because this is dual electric motor rather than tri-electric motor, they're both mechanical lockers front and rear. So technically this would probably be better off-road than the 3X, because the 3X has the synthetic locker on the rear because of how that's set up. Got this little storage cubby here for the phone charging pad and some USBs. Shifter there, kind of cool with the theme. And you got the cup holders and everything. This controls stuff like the rear steer. You can do the crab walk function, adjust the suspension up and down. Got a big center console here in the center. Nice trim. I like this kind of, I hope more manufacturers use this, because it feels cool to the touch. And then this is really cool with the style. I got a camera rear view mirror, glass roof. Up top, again, you can remove it because this is a convertible at the end of the day. And it is tinted relatively dark, so it's not gonna be super bright in the cabin. So it's kind of hard to see the window sticker, but this one stickers for about $99,000 after all the options. Again, this is a 2X pickup truck. And so with that being said, let's see how it performs. Well, better put my seatbelt on. I really don't like this. I mean, I love the toggle switches. I just don't like that I have to jump through so many hoops just to turn on the heated seats. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, we get it, lady. Now it says 3 windshield wipers, kind of like the FJ Cruiser. It's a cool thing to see. And you know, I'm just gonna say this right off the bat. This is such a missed opportunity. The fact that GM is only offering this as an electric vehicle is so silly. People love boxy styling, people love Hummers. Not everyone wants an electric car. So if they just took the Sierra HD, and just like what they did last time, take the Sierra HD and make a Hummer HD, and then take the Sierra half-ton, make a Hummer half-ton, man, they'd sell like hotcakes. You put that 3-liter Duramax diesel with this style, with aggressive approach and departure angles and everything, oh my goodness. You would not be able to keep them on the shelf, I promise you. Such a missed opportunity by General Motors. So, just my 2 cents of that. I love this interior too. Like, I mean, gosh, if you could get everything this has, just not an electric car with the big Duramax diesel or the little Duramax diesel, man, that would be such a cool vehicle. Nobody else would have anything else like it in the US market. Nobody really does the little diesels, and nobody sells a boxy diesel in the US. It just doesn't exist. And I think it would, like, if they did that, that would probably steal so many G-Wagon customers, right? Hummer, diesel. Think about that, think about that. Now this is a big beast, you feel the weight, but the rear steer helps out quite a bit with the turn-in. It makes it so it handles a bit better, and it also handles just smaller. I mean, this is such a heavy vehicle, but when you go around the corner, you don't feel it. Like, body roll is pretty minimal too. It's pretty impressive how they've done that, how they managed to do that. So if we go up twice, that should be auto. Got my 3 windshield wipers going on. So we'll pop it into this. This also takes forever to load up. Do we have a sport mode? No, we just have my mode. Yeah. That's okay. We'll still get a fun little acceleration here. I mean, we still got pretty big power in this thing. Now, I might slip a little. Yeah, you could hear the system grabbing for power. Wet roads, it's kind of not too cold, but a little bit colder. So you're gonna get some slipping. It's pretty quick. You don't feel the speed though too much because of how heavy this is. It really does hide the acceleration quite well. So overall, I think the 2X is the Hummer to get, in my opinion. Where this is priced at, if you're gonna get a Hummer EV, where this is priced at, and they got crazy leases on them sometimes too. And then if you're gonna do the off-roading, getting this with the mechanical locker front and rear is gonna be so much better than the synthetic. Just go watch TFL's channel. They took one off-road that had the synthetic, and it just doesn't, it struggles, it massively struggles. And I think that's gonna be a thing, right? Having a mechanical locker versus having 2 electric motors trying to pretend to be a locker. It's not gonna work, folks. Mechanical always wins. Most of the time. All the time. So, let me know your thoughts.